What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the TheFlyYoungGentleman here. Glad to be bringing you a wonderful video on how fucking OP the trophy system is in Advanced Warfare. It is actually spectacular. This is overlooked. I even overlooked it. I haven't used this shit at all. But I was thinking and talking to my friend, I was like, you know what? I wonder how powerful the trophy system is in this game. Because I remember the trophy system has saved my ass in the past multiple times. In Black Ops 2, where I would throw it down, it would save me from like a Hellfire or something like that, and it was awesome. So I'm going to be showcasing and kind of showing you everything there is to show you in regards to the trophy system and what it can block. Now, we're going to be starting off with kill streaks, so it's going to be a little bit long, and we're going to be showing everything from launchers to grenades and everything. So sit back and get ready. So yeah. Here we're going in to the very first tests. They're going to be of care packages. We're going to start with the Goliath. I'm having my friend Dean stand here, and he's going to be turning on the trophy system as soon as I, call in this Goliath. He's got it on, and we're going to see what happens, and the effect is going to be rather interesting. As you can see, it took out the Goliath, and it still says it's there on the mini-map, which is pretty strange how it doesn't go away, but he obliterated it with his trophy system. Which is pretty badass. And what you're going to see with the care package is going to be pretty interesting on its own because it does not do the same thing. But it's pretty interesting how it completely obliterates it. And I'm not sure if that's overpowered, but it seems like it to me because you could just sit there by someone's kill streak. Granted, you have to be there pretty quickly. Now, we've got the care package, and what you're going to see here is not the same, believe it or not. I'm going to have Dean stand right here. And as soon as he gets here, I'm going to be calling in my care package. Now, watch what happens closely. It's hard to see it in the first one. You're going to see it go down, and then bam, it hits it. The trophy system shoots it, but it doesn't destroy it. And what it actually ends up doing is just pushing it away from him so he doesn't die. That's actually incredibly interesting to see. And then now we're going to be moving on to the remote turret. But all in all, that's pretty badass. I'm really just surprised that it would just make it so it doesn't kill you instead of doing what it did to the Goliath. But really quickly, I'm going to be showing you what the XS1 Vulcan does because we have the Vulcan in my spare little inventory. And what you're going to see is it pretty much is treated like a giant EM1. It is not going to be blockable by the trophy system, but I felt like it would be good to put it in there so you guys could see that it really doesn't do it. So here we go, and instantly. Now, you see that there's a hit marker that I got there, and you might think it's maybe it blocked it for a second. We're not entirely sure. He didn't get any medals, so I assume it didn't, and I'm assuming it didn't hit him directly. Now, we're going to move into the Paladin really quickly, and I'm going to be using the large 105mm cannon. Now, as I shoot him with this, it's going to kill him the first time, and that's because he didn't get his trophy system on before I shot. He got it on right as the bullet was about to hit him. Now, this shot here, we're not sure if it's a miss or not. It looks like it is, but he had his trophy system on, so we're not 100% sure. That's why we left the clip in here. And the second one, bam, it just disintegrated. His trophy system definitely saved him there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill him so he can replenish his trophy system. And the reason I'm doing this is because you only get 2 blocks from things, but it'll stay there for a little bit. If you have Exo Overcharge, it'll stay there for quite a long time, just actively defending you. Now, Adam killed me as well here, just so we could get in and do some grinding for kill streaks. Now, I'm moving in. Now we're going to be testing all of the variants of the missile. The first one we're going to be doing is the Hellfire, and I'm going to be shooting this at him. And I'm going to pop the Hellfire last minute. He did get some of them, although it didn't look like it. He got 2 of them, and they counted as full blockage, and he got the Secretary of Defense medal, which is blocking 2 items with your trophy system. So he's going to call in right now the cluster, which is similar to the Hellfire, but does not track. It is just a dumb cluster. Now, as you're going to see here, it's fairly interesting what happens. I do manage to get the Secretary of Defense medal as well, It didn't look like it, but I did take out 2 of those rockets. So maybe if you had, a couple trophy systems or people with trophy systems on, you'd be able to entirely negate that. Now he's going to be calling in the rocket again, a cluster, but he's not going to be activating the cluster this time. Instead, he's just going to let the rocket come down, rain on me, and without actually activating it. And what you're going to see is it's going to take out the rocket as a whole. And because he didn't activate the cluster yet, it was not going to kill me. He just managed to take it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now he's going to kill me there to be a dick, but he has no aim. So now moving on to the next test. It's fairly simple. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be calling in a nano swarm. Now the reason why is I wanted to see if you can block a few of the nano swarm little particles or the nanobots. And what I did is I placed it. I had him turn on his trophy system, as you can see here by the purple glow, and boom, he got it on. He's running in there now, and it did nothing. It didn't block anything, and he's just going to slowly die here. But which is pretty interesting because as you can see here, there's little nanobots moving all over the place. You think it'd be able to block a couple of them. Now moving on to the next test, we're going to be testing the remote turret that has rockets. As you can see, it is blocking them fully. He just already used 2 of the blocks. Now something very, very, very strange is going to happen here. He's going to block one of them as he comes back here. But for some reason, something weird happens. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute here. So first up, he's going to come over here. I'm just going to shoot one at him as soon as he turns it on, and it's going to block it. Now, instead of blocking one more time, for some reason, the rocket decided to blow up. We're not entirely sure if there was some sort of glitch. We have no idea, but his trophy system still was good for one more charge. It should not have blown up, and it almost killed me, and it took out my own turret. And he didn't move. His distance was the same the entire time. Now, you're going to see me doing something strange here. We're going to be testing out the Stinger, but what we're doing for the launchers, all of them except for the last one, is we're going to test it up close and then from afar. Now, for the Stinger, it shoots 4 projectiles. In theory, it won't be able to block it. But Viola, there it is, it blocked it. For some strange reason, it decided to block it, and it counted as 1 projectile, actually, believe it or not, for that very beginning. So what we're actually going to do here is I'm going to actually kill Dean here so he can reset it. And I'm going to head back over here and wait for him to come back. Now, when he comes back, what we're going to do is instead of having him so close, we're going to have him set actually a bit further. And what you're going to notice is it is no longer being registered as 1 projectile, but as 4 as it's supposed to. And he ends up blocking. It doesn't look like it, but he blocked 2 of those, and the other 2 managed to kill him. So that's fairly interesting how it does have some ramp up time until it turns into 4 separate projectiles. Now you know. Now, next thing we're going to be testing is this Mayhem. The Mayhem rocket launcher actually is not shooting a rocket. It's shooting a propelled piece of like melted magma. And what we're going to find here is that it blocks it with no problem from a close range. And I figured that since it's melted, it might be able to, break apart in the air. Maybe it registers as more than 1 projectile when I move back. And what we're going to be doing is we're moving back. And as you see, when I shoot it, nothing is going to be happening. Bam, there you go. Nothing happened. It blocked it. It was not able to kill Dean here. Now, I'm going to be using this Moz, and it is a laser-guided one. I was going to try and go around and maybe confuse the trophy system, and Viola, it did not. What you're going to see here is I try and turn it last minute. It was still able to take it out, and we didn't decide to do a close range because we felt that it would have been sufficient either way. And now we're moving on to the MDL. This is the Elite Backdraft version. They all do the exact same thing. It's just only cosmetic differences. As you're going to be able to see here, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to shoot it at him in the air, and the trophy system is easily able to block it, no problem. On the ground, I had him turn it on last second, and it did not block it, which is strange because in a minute here you're going to see it is able to block grenades last minute. So I guess they're different projectiles. Now we're going to be moving, and we're going to try a couple different things right here. We mess up in the beginning really quickly when I try and shoot, but we're going to have him turn on the trophy system and run by it. Even though it wouldn't work if you turn it on last second, we're going to try and see if this makes any difference. Now, this is not going to do anything clearly because I was too far away, but this one is going to work fine. As soon as it got into that massive radiance, the massive radius around him, it does block it before he is even close to the grenade, which is cool. And this thing sucks, by the way. It's a very bad grenade launcher. It does not explode on impact. Now, moving on to the next test, what you're going to find out is I'm going to be showing you what happens with EMP grenades. Now, he's throwing them at me, and as you can see, it's not going to do jack shit. As soon as he throws it, it blows up in the air. Now, I saved my last charge so that he could throw it on the ground. Now, what he's doing is I'm going to try and see if I can turn it on last minute, and it's going to be able to take it out, unlike the MDL. Now, he shoots it. I turn it on, and bam, there we go. Secretary of Defense medal for sure took it out. Now, we're going to be moving on to the next part of this, and what we're going to be doing is just quickly testing this. I figured it was going to work, but I wanted to show you guys anyways, and that is the spike drone. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot him dead in the middle here. It should be a confirmed kill, and as you can see with that massive radius around him, the trophy shield it makes a shield. It took it out, no sweat. I could not block bullets, clearly. Now, what I'm going to be doing is putting a spike drone down, an explosive drone, I'm sorry. And what we're going to do is you're going to see how it acts normally. It follows you and then blows up. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be testing what happens if I throw it. Now, it blows up immediately. So anything that comes out of the launchers, it will blow up immediately if you're in his range. Now, I'm going to have him turn it on and run by it. Now, watch what happens. Bam, as soon as he stepped in that range, it blew up right away. There was no chance it was going to be hitting him. Wonderful. Now, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to let it hit him. And what we're going to do is make him hit it last second. And what he's going to do is he's going to press it and while it's in the air. And he did, and no, it did not do anything. It still managed to kill him there, which is pretty strange because you think it'd be able to blow up. But maybe it's not registered as a normal projectile. Now, I wanted to test this because it worked in Black Ops 2. If you stick someone with it, bam. He turned on his trophy system last second and it unstuck him. He is perfectly fine, unscathed, and he is going to live another day. That is really cool for objective game modes. I'm going to start running this a lot more. So guys, now you saw that this is an entirely powerful, this is a very, 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 very powerful exo ability to be using when playing objective game modes or when you're getting stomped on by a team that has a lot of kill streaks. It really makes you reign supreme in the battlefield in terms of survivability next to Exostim. I'm going to be doing a video on Exostim as well and trying to see what you can survive exactly with it and how big of a difference overcharge makes, things like that. But right now I wanted to do this because I felt like everyone should know about it. It is very strong. It will see a class in my little setup here. And yeah, I'm excited to be using it. And maybe I'll even make a class setup for it. So guys, remember to have class, get that ass, enjoy. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Make sure you leave an honest rating. It really matters to me. And leave a comment down below. Will you be running the trophy system? I know I will. Catch you guys later. Peace.